thing I really like about these walking holidays is that you totally lose track of day, date, time. So I've just had to remind myself where I am. It's Monday morning here and it is the 4th of December. I'm in Milfontes. I'm in a guest house called the Blue Guide. It's been really good. I suspect in height of season it would be pretty busy in here, but it's got its own little kitchen, so I feel like I'm at home actually. I just kind of got up and went to the kitchen and made myself a coffee. I travel with some MCT oil powder, which is it's a heavy protein based powder that I use for energy and stuff, and I also mix it with a bit of coconut powder just to, because I made my own coffee and I just packed that just on the off chance that I'd use it, and there we are, I used it. So this stage I'm going to be starting a little bit later this morning because I've got to wait for somebody to come and make me breakfast at 8:30. I suspect nothing much will be open in the village today. So this stage is Vila de Milfontes, which is where I am now, and then I'm going to go to Almograve, which are meant to be a bit of a casual cruisy day. It can be 15 kilometres or it can be 18 kilometres. Unfortunately for me it's going to be 18 because I can't take the ferry across the River Mira, which is where the river meets the sea. The ferry takes you across that entrance, and I kind of wanted to do that because apparently it's a really cool thing to do, but the ferry's closed for the season, so I have to walk around, and apparently there's a lot of cats at that ferry jetty that the locals feed, so I'm hoping I can at least walk past and say hello to the cats. You know me, being the cat lady that I am. This apparently is a really beautiful section, but it has been raining all night, and I've just poked my head out and I've filmed it for you. It's so quiet, it's just so beautiful here in this place. It's one of the downsides of doing these walks is you don't get to stay anywhere for any length of time. You literally walk in, eat, drop your gear, sleep, get up, go, walk, eat, drop your gear, sleep, go, and so it goes on. So when you find somewhere that's really lovely to stay, particularly if you have, someone asked me a question about do I book my accommodation, I book it through an agent so that they use the people, the regional or locals. I like to do it that way and let them decide who is going to manage the money regionally rather than me just trying to do it myself. And it also gives me, as a solo female traveller, I guess, someone else to rely on. And I've relied on Ricardo a little bit on this journey. If I haven't mentioned a GPS advice in this section, if anyone knows of a good GPS thing I can put on my phone, that would be great. Okay, I'm going to go and pack, get myself organised for the day, and I'll come back when I'm on the road. Bye. This is morning time and it's pretty quiet. It's been raining all night. And I'm whispering because all I can hear is the sea. God, this is a beautiful little place. Okay, today's trip, we're here in Milfontes. I'm there somewhere in the village, and normally you can walk down and catch a ferry across here and then continue on down. I can't do that, so I've got to walk up here, find out where this trek mark is. I don't know where it is yet. Go up here and then walk around, which is using the bridge, and then it's a bit of a leisurely walk apparently, whatever that means. Ricardo's gone through and put all these crosses and arrows for places for me not to go. It can be quite confusing. There's lots of little orange ring routes on this map, And if you get caught on one of those, basically you're walking in circles. And, you know, after the amount of Ks I've done, I don't want to be walking in circles. So that's today's. And we'll end up down here in Almograve. And I've got a little place to stay there, and then we head off further down here. That's tomorrow's job. But that's where we're going today. From here, up and around and down. And that for me is about 18 kilometres. And given this, it doesn't sound as though there's any sand, I'm likely to knock that over in about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours perhaps, so I might get a bit of time down the other end. I might actually take a little bit of time this morning just to poke around the village here, given it's Monday. Okay, good morning. Day 5 I think it is. Right, I've just spent another hour and a half getting out of Milfontes, but I can't catch the ferry, so I'm walking across the bridge. And you know what, I think this is not a bad alternative. As it happens, I bumped into my old mate, Vila, who's from Austria. I just happened to bump into her on the street. She was the one that helped me get into Milfontes yesterday because, I don't know, Google Maps is frankly not great. Anyway, she's given me this app to download that they use here in Europe that's free, that has apparently an amazing amount of detail in it. So this is the river Mira that I'm currently crossing, and we've just walked through from the township, which is over there, through that scrub, come down a hill and up and along here. Really don't want to drop my phone over the edge there, so I won't do that. But after doing a circuit of the town again, and it's very confusing, it's like a maze, but I found, busy road, I found a young woman who had this amazing little shop, and it's a bit like the shops we have at home in Adelaide in the market, all organic, certified, you know, blah blah blah. Anyway, it turns out she was really lovely. She gave me a coffee, gave me a little, really nice little hazelnut biscuity thing, which I did struggle to swallow a bit, but she helped me with my Wi-Fi, went through my phone, and you know, people are really cool. They're really helpful, and I think too, because I'm on my own, that people are actually a little bit more helpful. I think if you were like in travelling in a pair, there's a bit of an expectation that you both can work it out, but I don't know, people seem to be helping me And mind you, I've had a couple of blokes give me the wrong direction, and I don't know whether that's been intentional or whether it's just... I'm fast realising that people actually don't know how to read, and they don't know how to read maps. So yeah. Anyway. I don't know whether you can see me, so yeah, that's what I've discovered. Anyway, once I get across this bridge, then I'm going to recalibrate my compass to ensure that I'm still going south. I've been faffing around a bit this morning, I've got to be honest. It's been quite nice cruising around, having coffee, chatting to people, looking in the shop windows. I just need a bit of downtime. I'm starting to get a little bit tired, physically, and a little bit like I want to have a break. So I'm really glad I booked for 3 nights at the end of this trip. Okay, you know, so we'll see how things go. Sorry, this is going to be very wonky, but how cool is that? Alright, I'll tune out for a while. Huh. You know how I lost my cap back in... They do say the Camino provides. Alright, I'm going to dry that out and take that. It's reasonably lightweight, it's wet, but doesn't matter. I've just come from over there, so that's the dog leg. Oh, that bridge actually. That bridge I've just walked over, so I'm now heading back down towards the water. Okay. Alright, I'll dry this cap out. And I've got someone, and I'm pretty sure someone's going to have mine. Here you go. Here.
Down to the coast down is really beautiful.
There's a surfing beach that I wanted to come to last time, but I couldn't.
But all the coast is surfing beach.
Yeah,
but after now it's more plain, but when you start to go outside down, it's like you go to see the cliffs is change a lot. It's really big cliffs with a lot of colors and black beautiful stones. It almost look like you are in a volcanic beach.
I just made a little clip about geology and the lava and the you can see where it's flowed and then cooled. It's beautiful. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and after you have like Ponta Ruiva, I think you go to pass by.
Yeah.
And that is a really important geologic
site, is it?
Natural monument.
I'll find it. Just a quick one. I just saw an otter playing in that puddle right there. I've just left the cafe. Oh, look, what the hell is that? The bloody big rat. Anyway, it was an otter, and he's gone back off into that bush. Scrub behind me. Ha! Cool. Who would have thought there were otters in Portugal? But there are.
I was just about to film this bit and go, you know, the way the guy in Wolf Creek used to laugh. He used to kind of grunt. And I've decided every time I do that, it means I'm in a Wolf Creek situation. And for the non-Australians, Wolf Creek was a horror movie about backpacking. Anyway, I just passed that girl. It was nice to see her actually, but God. Anyway, that's the only reason I started. This was just a... and anyway, Swedish backpacker, methinks. Okay, right. Bloody hell, sand.